Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is the card we're going to be making today. Isn't it cute? Two little birdies kissing. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so supplies. I have a piece of Whisper White and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Then I have two little scraps of Whisper White. I have my A6 card base, which is the new in colour, terracotta tile, and then the designer series paper is the Memorable Mosaic suite, and this is just a piece of scrap with the two birdies on that we're going to fussy cut out. Okay, so let's get started. Let's put this to the side for now, put that there. And the stamp set we're going to be using is also part of the suite called Memorable Mosaic. And we're going to be using this stamp, and that little one. So let's start off with the big one, that one, the vines, and I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow ink. So let's open that up, get some, make sure it's nicely inked up, seems okay, and we're just going to stamp randomly across the top. Like that. And add little bits extra where you think it needs it. So it looks like it's coming from above. Okay, so we've got that. So let me close this up before we have a disaster. So I think actually on my original I used, thinking about it now, I used Garden Green, but Mossy Meadow looks just as good as well. Okay, so put that one aside. Then I'm going to fill in all these little gaps with this little one, and I'm going to be using first the crushed curry because this is the colours in the of these two birdies. So I'm going to be using that to fill it in, just sort of randomly, sometimes stamping off so it looks like they're coming from that side of the cardstock, giving it a bit more interest. Okay, so that's enough in that colour, I think. And as I say, always close up your ink pads when you finish with them so that you don't put something into them. Otherwise it's very easy to stick your elbow, your fingers, spare pieces of cardstock, everything. You just don't know. So I'm just going to clean off my stamp on the Stampin' Chamois. This is a wonderful invention. Makes it so easy just to clean up your stamps. Okay, so put that aside. Make sure my stamp is back on the block properly. My block's got a bit wet so it doesn't want to stick. Put it on the other side. That's what two sides are always for, isn't it? So let's just fill in the areas here. Let's also make sure we put a few up here, otherwise it's going to look very bottom heavy. The more you think about it, the more it'll look forced, so just close your eyes almost and stick it down. But that'll do. Okay, so put that aside. That's all our that's stamping on our background done. Well, I've got the ink out before I actually closed it up. I should have stamped the next bit, so let me open it again. And we're just going to stamp the sentiment quickly while we've got the stamp and inks and everything else out. So ink it up. I always sort of have a look at it and see if I can see it, if it's sort of looks like it's gleaming, then it must have got ink on it, because the terracotta tile is very similar colour to the red rubber, so it's sometimes a bit difficult to see if you've actually inked it up. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not fussed. Okay, it's only my samples. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside to dry so we don't have another accident. Okay, and let's see what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to fussy cut my birdies. So I've got my 2 birdies here, and the great thing about the paper is you have birdies, you know, facing both directions, so you can get them to actually look at each other. So as I said before with fussy cutting, just be careful, take it slowly, but the most important thing I find is to move the paper, not the scissors. Keep the scissors at the same angle, the right angle, and move the paper. So I've got 2 of these birdies to cut out, so I'll not just stick you on fast forward so you don't have to watch me cutting them out. So okay, so my camera clicked off because the memory card was full, so I had to stop and delete some stuff. So I've put dimensionals on the back of both of our little birdies, so now they're ready to stick down, and you can decide however you want to place them. So I'm just going to take the backing off them now quickly. So let's see. Let's have our first one like this. That's the second one. So let's see how we can position this one. I think like that this time. Okay, so there we have our 2 birdies stuck down. Okay, lovely. So they look nice now. There they are. So now we're just going to do our little sentiments. So I'm just going to use the timeless punch to punch out the sentiment we stamped earlier. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to punch a second one just out of white cardstock. Okay, so this one out of white cardstock I'm going to cut in half. It's going to be my matting piece. Okay, so then just going to take the sentiment, put some snail on the back, and then just to give it a little prop, I'm just going to put that there and have that there, so it just sticks out a little bit to give it a little bit of a matte. And then I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, so just get my dimensionals back. 1, 2, 3, and take the backing off them, quick sticks, and then stick your sentiment down wherever you want. That'll do. And then last touch, I've got the metallic pearls in gold, and I'm just going to use one on each of their eyes, just to give, ooh, his eyes popping the wrong way there. It moved, didn't it? No, stay where I put you. Be a good pearl. There we go. Okay, so that's the one we just made. That's the one we made before, or I made before. There you go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, if you enjoyed the video, can you click on the like button below just to let YouTube know that you liked it. All the measurements, supply list, where to buy, everything else, links to my online shop will be on the blog post associated with this video, and the link to that will be in the description box. So thank you for watching again. Until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.